Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Super honored to be joining you. How are you? Tell me how you are in the comments. I will turn those on now so I can see your interaction. So, some of you may be wondering why I'm even on this network. So, I'm going to clarify for you. Clearly, I am not an expert on professional athletics. What's up, Matt? But I'm not an expert in this other arena either, but I have some knowledge around kids and sports. And that's why I'm here. I have 3 kids. My kids are 15, 11, and 8, and they are all athletes. And so I feel like as a mom of athletes, young athletes, I have a unique perspective. I have a boy and 2 girls. I have a unique perspective about what they bring into my life and watching them evolve in sports. And what I am always surprised and excited by is the level of intuition and this knowledge that our kids came with. There's something extra special there about the knowledge that they carry. Tell me in the comments if you have kids, and tell me in the comments if you've noticed that they have this unique sense of wisdom that they bring to the world. I am always so impressed with this level of intuition and connection to their bodies that they have. So what I want to talk to you about tonight is athletes and energy centers. Like, what the fuck even is an energy center? First of all, everything is energy first. All of the concepts that I'm talking to you about used to be very mystical in the past, very woo-woo. People would shy away from them because it just seemed too magical and out there. Well, now, via the studies of quantum physics, neuroscience, epigenetics, we know that these principles are not magical. Well, they are magical, but they are scientifically proven. Everything that I talk about can be searched on PubMed. So if you ever are like, what is she talking about? She's crazy. Go do a Google search, Google Scholar, go to PubMed and search the topics I'm talking about. I guarantee you there are hundreds, if not thousands of articles about what I'm talking about. And this is why I'm so passionate about these topics. Because as a nurse, I was really entrenched in pharmacy. I was handing out narcotics all day long. And a little over a year ago, I left my position because I couldn't handle it anymore. I had already dove into quantum physics, energy, how to heal your own body, which really legally, I can't even say that, because if you're not a pharmacist, you're not entitled to use the word heal because you're not prescribing a drug, which I think is total bullshit. So that's my roundabout way of bringing us to the topic. So once I really started going in deep, studying quantum physics, studying the energy centers of the body, the meridian system, the chakra system of the body, it all began to make sense scientifically. I have a nurse brain, but I'm also a very magical person. I'm very open to many, many different ideas. I'm very intrigued by the non-physical world. And so quantum physics helped me bridge that gap. And so what I'm seeing in professional athletes and in my children is this unique combination of energy, excitement, and sports aptitude. Okay, so let me talk about my kids first, and then I want to talk about some professional athlete concepts. So just today, and this is speaking to the intuitive nature of our kids nowadays. Just today, I was in the car with my 11-year-old. So her name's Nadia. She is a hockey player and she rides horses, and she's going to take up another sport. What sport is she taking up? Why do I not remember the sport? It'll come to me, but she's going to try out another sport here next season. When it comes to me, I'll tell you. Anyway, I'm riding in the car with her, and she had bought from the store a small candy bar that had caramel in it. And so she's eating this candy bar, and she's like, I have to brush my teeth when I get home. I can't eat caramel and not brush my teeth. And I'm like, ding, 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 ding. Pat yourself on the back, Monica. Pat yourself on the back. Like, she's made the connection between chewy candy, right? And like needing to brush her teeth. And I didn't tell her. I mean, I have told her, showed her in the past, like I'm just living my life and telling my kids what I'm doing, and they're soaking it all in. And then she said, I can't eat any more of this candy bar. I'm going to get a stomach ache. And again, I was like, ding, 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 ding. Pat yourself on the back, Monica. She's making the connection between her physical body and what she is putting into it. What are the consequences of what she is doing, right? Like, I do this. This is the result. Okay, this is amazing to me. 11 years old. And my 8-year-old is very, very aware and attuned to this as well. And all of this trickles out into every single part of our lives. And so we always carry these types of intuitive notions into sports, right? Like, we know that it's very important to be a good sport. It's very important. You don't boo the other team and shit like that, right? You want to stay in a high vibration, because if you're oogling or whatever the other team, you're only bringing your vibration down. It's going to affect the way that you're playing. It's going to affect the results that you have with your team on the field or the court or the ice or whatever. Okay, so in my research, when I was like, what am I going to talk about tonight? I want to talk about energy centers and athletes. And how do I have this conversation? Like, how do you even bring this energetic aspect of living everyday life into the arena of sports? Like, how the fuck does it even relate, right? Well, this is how it relates. So, something that I've learned and that I've taught my children, and this is why they're so aware of how their body is being affected by the external world, by their internal thoughts, feelings, emotions, by what they're putting in and on and around their bodies, is you have specific energy centers in your body. Again, scientifically proven. This is not shit I'm making up, pulling out of thin air. There are many energy centers in your body, but there are 7 main energy centers. And these are called energy centers by scientists. They're called chakras by, I don't know, Buddhists, monks, whatever. Woo-woo people like me will call them chakras. Energy centers and chakras are the same thing. Scientists stay away from the word chakra because it's kind of a loaded statement, right? Many people will just turn and run when they hear the word chakra because it just seems too mystical and magical. It's the same fucking thing, though. And so what are these energy centers, and what the hell does this mean? Your energy centers run through the center of your body, the center of your body. And so I'll briefly tell you where they are. You have one on the top of your head, which is called your crown chakra, right on the top, like maybe where your bolt or your soft spot would have been as a baby before it closed, one of them anyway. You've got your third eye or pineal, which is right here. This is your intuition, right? So your crown, this is your connection to God's source, spirit, higher power, whatever you want to call it. This is your third eye, your intuition. This is your ability to connect with the quantum field of infinite possibilities. Intuition is not anything that's magic. Intuition is available to everyone. Intuition becomes available to you when you go into the stillness and the silence to really see energetically what is available to you. You also have your throat energy center, sits right here above your collarbone. This is your ability to speak your truth. This is your ability to be strong and fearless to speak your truth no matter what. Effective communication. You've got one right over your heart, your actual physical heart, and this is called your heart energy center. This is love. This is truth. The only truth in this world, I believe, is love. And that sits right above your heart. This is where you magnetize amazing things into your life. And so as I'm going through these, I'm going to tell you, how does this relate to sports? This relates to sports because I want you to think about how you feel when you're watching your favorite sports team. How do you feel when you've got those front row tickets to your favorite basketball game? How do you feel when you're watching your kids play sports? It feels good, doesn't it? You get like a body buzz. You get butterflies in your stomach. This is your heart chakra. It's your heart energy center. And when your heart is activated, life feels good. And when your heart is activated, you're calling experiences into your life that make you feel good. Your next one is your solar plexus energy center. And this is right at the top where your ribs meet. This is your power center. And this is when we look at very successful athletes, you look at their confidence, their charisma, their posture when they're out there playing this particular sport. This is their solar plexus being activated. They are feeling the power. This is where your seat of power is what we call it. And when your seat of power is activated and you're out there kicking ass on the basketball court, you carry that energy with you into everything in your life. So I want you to think about, if you play, if you're a parent and you're living your life, and not even a parent, if you're just an adult and you're adulting it, right? You're adulting it, you're going to work every day, you're coming home, watching TV in the evening, chilling, and you're doing that cycle, right? That cyclical nature of life over and over and over again. I want you to think about, how does your disposition change? How does your interacting with the world around you change when you are going and meeting up with whoever to play golf or a pickup game at the basketball court, or tossing the ball outside every night with your kid, the football? I want you to think about how that energizes you. If you've decided that you're going to run, so you go take a run and you're on the 5th day of running, don't you feel like a different fucking person? Don't you feel energized? Don't you feel powerful? This is you activating a very important energy center. And so moving down from that solar plexus energy center, you have a sacral energy center. And this is just below your navel, your belly button. Couple fingers below your belly button. So your sacral is your energy center that's tied to all of your sexual organs. So this has to do with sexual health too. Like, there are many women who have ovarian cysts, who have really bad cramps and stuff. It's related to your sacral chakra. So you work on this area, you shift your health around that area of your body, because every energy center is connected to a system, is connected to an organ. So like I said, this is relates to your sexual organ. So it relates to your sexuality. It relates to your creativity. Do you feel creative? Do you have a healthy sex drive? Do you feel sexy? It's all related to that energy center. And again, think about when you are exercising, when you're doing yoga and you're doing it consistently, you're running and you're doing it consistently, you're grabbing that pickup game. Don't you feel sexier? Don't you feel better about yourself? And you carry yourself with a more determined, like, beautiful posture. You move your body with more ease and flow. You carry yourself a little more like a badass. Okay. And then the final energy center in this system is your root. And your root energy center is at the very base of your spine, the very bottom of your spine. And this energy center is related to feeling safe, feeling connected to the world around you, knowing that you are fully provided for. And so this grounded energy, when you're doing physical activity and you are circulating these positive neurochemicals throughout your body, you're activating your root energy center. I keep wanting to call it a chakra, but I don't want to have anyone cringe. Same fucking thing though. You're activating those lower chakras when you're doing physical movement. The lower energy centers are so important, so important. These energy centers are what help us catapult ourselves forward in life. And so many of these professional athletes have very, very open, aligned, balanced energy centers because they're doing so much physical activity. They're feeling so powerful. Now, if you're on the losing team most of the time, you're going to have some solar plexus issues, but I'm not going to go that deep into it. Really, the last thing I want to talk about is how these energy centers relate to your personal health. Like I said, every energy center is connected to every system, every organ in your body. So let's talk about organs specifically. They run down the center of your body. And so in general, the higher, wherever the energy center is, these are the organs, the surrounding organs that they are affecting. So your brain, right, is going to be your top energy center. And so if you have cognitive issues, if you have focus issues, if you can't focus, if you can't quiet your mind, if you've had a brain tumor, right, it has to do with these upper energy centers, and maybe even your throat. If you're always clearing your throat, if you have trouble communicating effectively, which is me on the show sometimes, if you are afraid to speak up, if you kind of sit in the corner and watch, but you don't want to speak up, it's this energy center that needs to be addressed. If you've had some sort of issue with your parathyroid, or if you tend to get I don't want to say bronchitis, like strep throat or something like that, it's this area. It means you're not speaking your truth. There's something blocked in here. Okay, now after I explain this, I'm going to go into like, how do we shift this? Your heart chakra. If you've got high blood pressure, if you've got heart issues, if you've got lung issues, it's in your heart energy center. So this is the area that you want to work on. Your solar plexus, digestive issues. All of these abdominal organs are attached to your sacral energy center just below your navel, and your solar plexus where your ribs meet. And then your root chakra. This has to do with your hips, your legs, your feet, your toes. Do you have like peripheral neuropathy or something like that? It's got to do with this lower energy center. Okay, and so how do you shift this? You shift this through many different things. Meditation is my number one. I'm always talking about meditation. Meditation is huge. You don't have to start by doing a 40-minute meditation. Start with 2 minutes. Start with 60 seconds. Count your breath for 60 seconds and try to allow your thoughts to come in and go. Try not to get lost in your thoughts. And so what I like to say is, when you're trying to meditate for the first time, or maybe even for the 10th time, because sometimes I have to do this, look at your thoughts like clouds passing by in the sky. Look at them, acknowledge them, and let them go, and bring it back to the count or to the breath. And this is where you go into the silence, and you're allowing your body to shift into a healing state as you're tapping into the silence. It seems so minimal and so insignificant, but it is huge. It will change your life. When I started meditating for 2 minutes at a time, because that's all I could do. And that was about 5 years ago. Now, a 40-minute meditation is kind of enough. Sometimes I like to go longer. So imagine the level of healing, the level of shifting and healing energy that's going on in my body. And I only cringe at the word healing because there are so many laws around using the word healing, and that literally, if you're not the FDA, which is related to pharmacy and drugs, you're really legally not allowed to use the word heal, which is such bullshit and lowers my energy. So I'm just not going to talk about it. Okay, so we've got meditation. So like, what you can even do is, if you're meditating and you've got an issue in one of these areas, you focus on that area. Just intend. All you have to say is, I'm going to focus on my crown chakra right now. Say that in your mind, and then count your breaths. That's it. That's as simple as it is. That's as simple as it gets to be. Breathing techniques. There are many breathing techniques that you can, for instance, search on YouTube. Search breath work, where you're actually, breath is life. You're using targeted breathing techniques, but it can be as simple as picking the area. Let's say you need to open your heart energy center. You're having some lung issues. You breathe in and you imagine the air moving into that space. See the air moving into that space. And it's all about intention. You don't actually have to visualize if you have trouble with that. You just have to intend to visualize. It's all about focusing on that space. It gets to be that simple. And the more you do it, the more belief you form. So you can fucking call it the placebo if you want, but it doesn't matter, because when you look at randomized trials, double-blind studies, this is like the creme de la creme of studies. A placebo works, okay? They can give you a pill that's not the actual drug, and sometimes it works better because it's about belief. It's about creating your own healing shift in your body. Okay, so meditation, breathing techniques, focus. You just focus. You can picture that area. So let's go back to the heart and see it as a swirling ball of energy, and just say in your mind, I intend to balance my heart energy center. That's it. That's all I have to say. And then you just be there for a little while. Activate your body. All your body wants you to do is pay attention. That's it. Your body just wants you to pay attention to it. Don't ignore your body. If your arm is hurting, your shoulder is hurting, your hips are hurting, your back is hurting, bring awareness to it. Breathe in and intend to release the pain with every breath. And now, are you going to release all the pain in the first breath? Well, maybe not, but maybe. We are that powerful. But the more that you do it with intention, the more quickly, the more powerfully you're going to be able to shift your body, mind, and soul. Your body has the innate wisdom to completely move back into homeostasis and to be completely in alignment and to be completely pain-free. But it's just about focus, all about focus. And so there are so many amazing athletes who are seeing their performance 10x, 20x, 100x out there, whether it's in a race car or on the basketball field, on the ice rink. They are drastically changing their performance, their level of performance, their ability by doing energetic work, by listening to their body, by minding their thoughts, feelings, and emotions, by intention. Imagine if you started living a life of intention. Imagine if you woke up every day, and if you have an ailment, you woke up and you said, today, I intend to heal such and such. And you breathed air into that space with intention throughout the day. When you have an ailment, your body is just begging for attention. That's it. Your body's begging for attention. All right, I got to wrap up. So I hope that served. I know that was a lot of topics in one. You know me. I just kind of run around the field while I do this. I hope that served in some way. Next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to really focus on a particular athlete. If you have a suggestion for me that you would like me to research, I'm happy to do that. Maybe who's your favorite athlete? Pop it in the comments. I'm going to focus on a particular athlete next week and really look at what they're doing energetically to shift their performance, to support their performance, and really to maybe provide kind of a case study on why energy is everything, on why energy shifts everything in our lives. Thank you for joining me. Have an absolutely amazing Tuesday. I've actually launched an energy center course. It's a 7-week course. It's absolutely amazing. There's so much magic and so much gold in it. It is in the description if you'd like to check it out. I'm pretty much on every social media platform except for like LinkedIn. So check out my links in the descriptions. Follow me if I resonate. Thank you for joining me. I love y'all so much. Have an amazing, amazing evening. Love your body. Listen to your body. Give your body attention. You are so worthy and deserving. You are so amazing and unique. This world would not be the same without you. I love you so much.